What's up, everybody? Back again with another video here. Today is a super huge day. Finally worked out it's not really a trade, but it's just Buzz and I, Buzz Saiyan here, fellow YouTuber, good friend, have been working on a product trade, sort of just cards and all kinds of cool stuff from our neck of the woods. I sent a big box of stuff his way. Expect that video in the near future here as well, I'm sure. He sent a box of stuff my way. But, cool thing, it's finally done. It's been going on for a long time, thanks to dang old Corona here. Really slowing things down on that. But it's finally here, finally gonna do it. I've broken into the box just enough to save you all the time of watching me cut through a bunch of tape, and also to get rid of my address on the box. But let's see what it is that's in here. He said he's thrown in a couple things I'm not expecting, so we'll see what all we got. One of the things I know, it is right on top, and it's not actually a card game related thing, so sorry it doesn't quite fit the channel here, but something I'm really excited about as far as collecting anyway. This is Asterix and Obelix XXL. It's a Game Boy Advance game that is exclusive to Europe. We did not get it here in the States. It is ridiculously rare stateside, and even there he was only able to find like a single posting for it. But he managed to find it in the box even, and if anyone's played Game Boy Advance games, you know what Game Boy games look like. This game was like fully 3D, which is crazy because the Game Boy Advance can't support 3D polygons, so everything is sprite based, but it's a fully 3D playable game like Crash Bandicoot or something like that. It's actually, the gameplay is very reminiscent of Crash Bandicoot on PS1, but it's just a ridiculous like feat of technology as far as the Game Boy is concerned. He packaged this really well, where it's just styrofoam in the box. Inside the box here, he had the cartridge in its own little wrapper here. Whoop. It's in such good shape too. I'm really excited that this is the only time I've ever seen a listing of this myself, let alone in the box. So it's cool that it's in this good a shape. And it also came with the manual, which he has in really well, shipped really well as well. This is just the manual and the health warnings sheet that would have came with this, so I'm not going to take all the time to bust this open in front of you guys here. This is a card gaming channel after all. Technically, I don't know that any of you care about my video games, so we'll get them out of your hair. So, we've got two other things in the box here. Two other boxes in the box. We have this one, just a various box of stuff, and we've got, lastly in the box, Versus System, The Coming of Galactus, giant size Versus System. Now this is not, at least I'm expecting, it's not actually this. I think it's just a repurposed box for the purposes of shipping. But we'll see what all we got. See what comes in this bad boy here. I love the packaging on these. If you've never gotten to open one of these, they're so cool. They hold 2 decks. There's a big spot for like a rule book or a playmat too. They use these boxes for the Warcraft card game, or World of Warcraft. Wow. They also used it for the Avatar card game, the Pirates of the Caribbean card game. They're just really cool boxes. I think they are really neat. And yeah, like I thought, this is not a Galactus set, but let's see what all we got. We've got Videl here. 2 Videls actually, which is awesome. I have none of this, so having copies of this is cool. Turles, my favorite character in all of Dragon Ball. There are 3 versions of this card. I guess technically there's 4, but really there's 3 versions of the coloring here. It's kind of on like a spectrum of color, and I have 2 of them. He sent me the 3rd and final color. I traded him a foil copy of Evil Cannon, which is a card he actually really needed for his collection, which is far more vast than mine, so I had no problem trading it for his non-foil. He included a couple of Turles cards from the Dragon Ball Card-Ass game. So these don't really mean a ton to me as far as the card game itself. They're just cards with Turles on them, which is great because I collect Turles things. Here's just a Dies, just a Turles crew, and one of his other cronies as well. Balls. You know, for as much as I love Turles, I don't really know enough about the rest of his crew. I think they're cool, but Turles, I think, is really the character that stands out to me. But it's awesome to have just some of his crew to go along with it for the collection. I've got a Heavy Arms here. Oh man, winning. This is awesome. So this card is supposed to be one in every 1,000 packs of the Hyborian Gates card game. And this is just cool. I needed one of these Heavy Arms at one point. I've actually since gotten to a full playset of these. So this is an extra one. But at the time I needed this when we started this trade. But winning, one in every 1,000 packs. He and I bought a lot of boxes each. I was supposed to be like 3 or 4. And the order got messed up, so he ended up getting like triple the order that he should have. I got double the order that I should have, and so we ended up with a ton of product. But I opened every single one of my boxes, didn't pull a single copy of this card. He opened, his boxes. He pulled 3 of these. One in every 1,000 packs, you're supposed to get one of this card, and he pulled 3 of it. Absolutely crazy. This is cool. This is really, really cool. Wing Gundam Zero Custom. Not the mintiest copy of this card that has ever existed. There's a little bit of creasing there. But it exists. And I'm so happy to have it. It's consistently like $100+ online on the very rare occasion that it actually shows up. I'm really, really happy to have this. It's one of 5 cards I needed to finish my set. I'm now down to 4. Okay, I lied. I'm down to 3. I didn't know this was coming. That's awesome. So good. I'm so happy to have that. Awesome. A foil Lady Un. I did need her, but I have already counted her into my stack as far as cards that I knew were coming. So technically she's not in my binder yet, but I did know I needed her. Oh man. And then this starts some of the really cool stuff that I can't get here. This is Chaos Galactica, and it is a Hungarian exclusive card game. Buzz originally is from Hungary, UK resident now, but was able to score me some of this. And obviously I can't read any of this yet, but he's going to teach me how to read this and what it all actually means. But it's just so right. It's so up my alley. The sort of 70s sci-fi vibe is one of my favorite things. I love this sort of aesthetic of this kind of sci-fi. Ugh, awesome. Now, I do know that he was supposed to be sending me some of this. There was like a deck that he built for me or something. This very well may be that. It looks sorted. There's, cards are as sort of a set. So it might be that these are just extras, or it might be a deck. I'm sure that he will let me know when we get there. But either way, extremely excited to have these two. Very unique thing, and it's exactly the kind of thing that I'm excited to have traded for here. We've got a few cards for Gundam. Okay. All right. So we've got a few cards for Gundam War here. This is really exciting too. I bought a lot of 2 starter decks online, and it was missing a couple. It was missing this card from both of the 2 decks I got, and then this here I forgot. He's sending me a full copy of a 3rd copy of the starter, so that when you combine all 3 copies of the starter, you can build a full sort of max powered version of the starter. So I'm now able to do that with this. Really exciting there. And then I went through my collection of Hyborian Gates, and I was down to 6 cards that I needed to finish 7, I guess, technically, if you count this copy of Winning that I knew he was sending me. If we don't count Winning, I needed 6 cards to finish my set. I sent him a message, I was like, hey, these are the 6 that I'm missing. He had 5 of them, which I'm absolutely excited about. If anyone is watching has any Hyborian Gates cards of their own and has a copy of Angel Storm, it is the only card I'm missing and would love to finish my collection. But that's everything in this box. Now there is another box here. We'll see what's all in there. Really excited about everything in here so far. Man, awesome. Well, here's some European exclusive. I'm kidding. All right, what do we got? Oh, you'll notice my Turles playmat here because I don't like Turles or anything. My buddy got me this mat made for me. I've been using the shit out of it since he gave it to me. But there's a bunch of cards in here. Oh yeah. Buzz, I'm super sorry, bud. I know you this is a game you're excited about, and it's a game you even have videos of, but I cannot for the life of me remember what this game is called. It's something simple too, like Battle Warriors, or it's something simple like that too, and I can't remember what it's called, but he sent me a bunch of cards for it. It's another Hungarian exclusive card game, and he went through his collection. Oh wow, these feel really cool. They're like really thin. I don't know, like you can't just do that with like a regular card. It doesn't do that. That's really cool, and it's really like smooth. That's neat. That's really cool. But he went through his collection and found that he just had a bunch of extras of stuff, and was able to build a collection of cards for me. Now I'm sure that there's not a ton as far as like actual, rares or valuables or things like that in here. This is a really tough game to get your hands on. It's produced by like a single guy. Cards come in like paper packs, and you really have to know what you're doing when they're dropping to get a hold of it. So I'm really excited to have any of this. This is a game that he has already sent me. Buzz, I'm sorry again. Has already sent me a sheet for, as far as I know. One thing that I'm getting, there's a deck of this that he built for me in this box somewhere, and he sent me a sheet to translate that, so I will at least have that already, so I can know what I'm doing. But this is a bunch of new cards I was not really expecting. He mentioned it to me just the other day that this would be kind of included, but I didn't expect volume like this. Awesome. The art on this game is really cool. This doesn't mean a lot to a lot of people, I'm sure, but to me, I'm incredibly excited for this. I love the idea of supporting like small time artists and things like that. So the fact that I have a card game that's produced by like an individual guy, or even a small team of people, is a really cool concept to me. It's way cooler than just buying, a big pile of Magic cards or something. There's so much more like actual care or something put into these. That's not fair. It's not that there's more care. It's that, this is someone's dream. Like, it's an individual person's dream to have put this together. And I just think that's awesome. I've been working on the Gundam MS War card game, rewriting the rules and remaking that game myself. And that's a that's just adapting an existing game. I didn't come up with my own thing or anything. I can't imagine like the attachment you would have to something you developed on your own like this. I think it's really cool. Dupla loves. I'm gonna get a kick in the throat for pronouncing that as badly as I did, I'm sure, but I'm gonna call it Dupla loves forever because I think it's hilarious. This is really cool. Oh man. My favorite thing about this is that we will inevitably play games of this on Skype or something like that. And I will absolutely read every single one of these names completely and out loud and as poorly as I can because it will be hilarious to me. This guy, I will probably play a lot because saying his name is going to be a freaking nightmare, and I'm so excited for it. The Bookies. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Look at this name. What a gem. You're going to go on my deck, too. My deck of people I'll never be able to actually pronounce the name of. Yeah, you're going to go in there, too, guy. Oh, no, now I have to go 2 colors? Well, that's probably a thing. Oh, man. Lomvideki Magnus Bovolo. See, that's if I'm trying to read it phonetically, but I wouldn't say it that well. I'd say it extra dumb just for fun. He'll probably play this game with me one time and be like, I don't ever want to hear you say those words again. We're not going to do that anymore. Suckless. It's like Legolas, but he sucks. Suckless. Awesome. All right, so here we've got some sleeved cards. Oh, yep, this is the deck that I knew I was getting. It's just a green sort of archery deck. Got a stack of the equipment here. There's a lot of this that actually was in that stack already, but I know this is a bunch of equipment that you get to attach to your character. Yes, I get Bad Names Guy, the Bowman edition. Yes. Awesome, and they're even in the deck. Sweet. Awesome. Man, I'm really excited to play this. Buzz, thank you so much for sending me this kind of stuff. It's as many card games as I have. I definitely don't own any Hungarian exclusive games. That's a really cool thing to me. I've recently got my Italian exclusive, probably bootleg Dragon Ball GT card game. But Hungary, there's something... I can't learn that language in my high school, and I think that just makes it a little bit cooler. Alrighty, so last bit of the box here. Let's see what we got. This, I think, yeah. So this is just more Chaos Galactica stuff. I'm sure within this pile here, there's probably plenty of stuff that I can use as far as building a deck as well. I know he did say that there's a deck built for me in and amongst this stuff. I'm sure with the way this pile is separated, that the pile that was in the box from before is probably the deck, since it just appeared to be the most actually sorted. Unless this whole thing's a deck. Maybe this is one of those card games where it's like, well, as many cards as you can fit in a deck is a deck. I hope not. I don't want to shuffle that many cards. God, I love the way some of this stuff looks, man. Oh, look at this shark guy. And this, like, espionage-looking dude here. Ready to, like, assassinate this shark. Oh, and the shark man's got his, like, gun poking around the corner. He's like, oh, I see you. I see you, bitch. I'm gonna shark kill you. Oh, my God. It's amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I'm gonna call this card Red Laser forever. I'm sure that's not what that says, but it's what I'm gonna call it. Ooh. I wonder what this card was. What this says. I can't read Hungarian, so I have no idea what this card's called. But I'm sure it's just another word I won't be able to pronounce. This one's easy. Chasma toilet. That I can say forever. Chasma toilet. Chasma toilet. But this one, I have no idea what this card says. Lost to me. This one too. Italian I can at least sort of read. Hungarian doesn't make any sense to me. I have no idea what this word says. Oh well. This too. I've heard there's some sort of jokes going on some of these cards. Some pop culture references, but I would never get it because I don't speak Hungarian. I can't read that. I have no idea what that says. It's lost on me. Completely lost on me. Well, this says laser, but again, I just have no idea. That's the trouble with getting these foreign cards. You get these easy words. This might as well be English. Laser, but this, no idea. Couldn't tell you. Oh well, I'm sure I'll learn. Torzito. Sounds like some pasta dish I ordered at a restaurant where food is $60 a plate. Halal. Halal. Awesome. I'm really excited about all this. I'm really excited to get to play some of this stuff and learn how these games work. I'm very excited about it. I'm sure that we will post some videos. I'm sure he's going to be really excited too to have someone actually play some of these games with. And it'll be really unique to be able to get gameplay videos of these really unique Hungarian card games to exist on the internet. I'm really excited about that. And this is like the Donald Trump of this game. Just sitting there with his $70,000 head ropes. Sitting there trying to get over his recently contracted space corona. Bomba. It's a Gungan card from Star Wars or something. Jar Jar, grab the blooba. Oh, that's really cool art. It's just getting distorted in the black hole like that. I'm going to be really excited if this card is called Black Hole. I'm sure it isn't, but man, be really excited about that. Or Wormhole or something that's one word. Oh, here we go. Perturbagen. Perturbagen. Yeah, that's definitely a Norwegian metal band of some type. They play exclusively in drop B on 8-string guitars. They have songs like Smash Your Cheeks with a Waffle Iron. That kind of music. Real wholesome content. Jutalome. I'm just gonna play this. I'm just gonna call this card Multipass forever. Sorry, Buzz. Deal with it. Cobra Flash. Multi-pass. Multiple copies of multi-pass. I'm sorry. I'll delete my channel. Don't worry about it. You'll never have to hear that joke again. The Wang Lu maneuver. Manover? I'm sure that definitely says maneuver. I hope it says maneuver. It would make a lot of sense for that to say maneuver. And then we're down to the last little stack of cards here. I'm actually going to do it in 2 little piles. I'm sure we'll go through this fast enough to keep this under a half-hour video here. Sorry this is kind of long, guys. I'm just really excited to have this much new stuff and so much cool stuff to look through.
In sound mind and brave words, stability holds in all the indiscretions.
Oh, that one's really cool. I think that's awesome.
Our future forever. Grabbing your hand over the railing, I smell the sulfur in the lake of fire I watched you fall into.
This is cool. This card looks really awesome. I really like the contrast of the yellow with that. The blue planet in the background looks really good too. Ooh, that one's cool too with like the pink. Sometimes art is incredibly well put together. You know, like this card looks really, really cool, and it's cool like the gradient of purple into just like color, or from black into color, and just dividing it. I don't know. I'm no art master or anything, but I just really think it's cool when colors contrast as nicely as this. It's nice and obvious, and I clearly doing a thing with it. I think it's cool. This one too, like the red of that cockpit is such a good choice. Like that totally could have just been like a dark blue or even like a charcoaly gray, and this would have just been a fine looking card, but the red really makes that pop. Last little pile here. Just an explosion, and this is like some like classic like 90s anime explosion action. Oh, I don't even think it is an explosion actually. Now that I look at it, it's like, oh, it's a little bent there. It's like gelatinous of some kind, like it's like a space amoeba. There we go. This card reminds me a lot of a card from Wars. This feels very She, right? She, the blue guys. Yeah, She. Oh, is this a Chaos Galactica version of Neo Titanium? Very similar picture there. I really like the art on this card. Oh, that's cool. I know they use, this is like a really cliche like card art. They use this in a lot of card games, Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff like that. But I always think it's just a really cool way to frame a shot. I think it's just a really powerful art in any time it's used. See, this is what I'm talking about. Where like there isn't real clear, like there's no pop color to this. This is really cool art, but there's nothing like this. Could have been like bright pink or something. It would have like really exploded off this picture, but here it's just sort of like muted into that. And a lot of these have that kind of, oh whoa, check that out.